What is up, YouTube? Here she is. Look at that little thing. So here we are. This is the Axial Scx30. It just dropped, as you guys probably know. For reference, I have it on top of a FMS 124 scale. And this is actually a little just silly course I put together. It's got a bunch of packaging, foam. I've used some tire inserts, stock tire inserts from 1.9 and 2.2s, and got boxes kind of stacked on top of each other. And then I laid towels out. So this is just temporary, just threw it together real quick. But before we take the body off and talk a little bit more about the car, I figured we'll just go ahead and run it on this course. Now, for reference, this course right here, I have ran the new Red Cat Accent, the TRX4, and also the Axial Scx30. So, like anything, you got to choose your lines. Okay. But right out of the box, it's actually a lot more capable than you would think. And it's way more capable than I would ever think something this small could possibly be. I mean, honestly, I'm not even into the 124 scales. I'm really more into the 1/18th and 1/10th scale. So, I have the Axial, and then I just got this for the 124 scale. So this is really, I'm kind of new into the really small crawlers, and I'm digging them. They're cool, for sure. All right, I'm going to back up here. Now it's not going to, nothing really goes up this. So we're going to back up here. That's not the way you go anyway. I do have a ramp right here. Woo! It barely made it. Now this one right here, just got to tell you right now before we start, what has made it up this and what has not. Stock TRX4 will not go up this. It falls over as it gets close to the top. And that's, I say stock, that's with their upgraded B-lock and wheels from Traxxas, as well as the Traxxas wheel weights, which are actually pretty heavy. So even with weight up front, the TRX4 Bronco cannot make it up that. The Axial 124 scale cannot make it up that. The two trucks, besides this one that we're about to run and find out if it can or can't, the other two trucks that I know can make it up this are the Accent crawler, the new comp crawler 18th scale from Red Cat. That thing goes up it like it doesn't even exist. And then the other one that really surprised me, now it'll barely make it. And you actually got to kind of crawl slow and turn the wheel a certain way, pick a line kind of thing. But that's going to be the HPI Venture 18 Toyota truck, stock out of the box. So that was pretty impressive. All right, here we go. Let's see what this thing can do. I don't think it's going to make it. What we're doing here, unfortunately, is we're getting the towel stuck in the bumper. So I'm gonna try to straighten that out. See if, and if I can't, then we'll pick it up. No, I don't know why I just wanted to do that. It's crazy. All right. There we go, finally. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up here just because it's catching that towel on the bumper, and that's not really scale anyway, so we're not missing nothing there. All right, we're gonna try it one more time, and I think it's gonna be a no-go. Yeah. All right. So, with that being said, I mean, you can see it's really testing the limits right there. I mean, it's wanting to just barely come back. So, definitely going to take some weight down low. Not a lot you can do. You can obviously get you a steering link, servo horn and brass. I'm sure they're going to make some stuff for the wheels, aluminum wheels with weighted up front wheel weights. I think that's going to be pretty much about all you're going to be able to do. Maybe some brass links at the bottom. But nevertheless, still, we're not done, by the way. We're going to actually go reverse right now. It's all good. All right. Now let's go this way. Just for reference, kind of see what we're working with here. All right. My fault there. This is a pool table, so that's the rail there, and this is obviously in the bed of the pool table, so. All right. Bumper's really catching bad, so what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna go ahead and go on the rail. No. All right, here we go. Now we're talking. And again, like anything, you gotta pick your lines. All right, set that back down. A little bit tough. I'm doing this one-handed, but it's all right. I'm gonna go nice and slow. I think we can make it. We gotta cut it to an angle here. Kind of get in that little valley. There we go. That wheel tuck. All right, now we're in a tough situation here. We're gonna back up, cut it this way. Whew. All right, let's try that again. Oh, come on. Whew. That was almost not good. All right. Kind of changed up the towel a little bit there. I did run a larger scale on it earlier, and that kind of messed the towel up. All right. Just so you guys can get an idea. How steep this really is. But yeah. Well, guys, we'll go through this little section here. This is just a bunch of packing bubble tape and foam and whatnot. Kind of like a little mountain area. Nice and slow. See the flex. Again, for what it is, I'm telling you right now, this is not bad at all. Like I said, just a little bit more weight, and you know, you're talking about a very, very strong performer. But out of the box, it's actually on par out of the box with the TRX4. Actually, you know, maybe even a little bit better as far as not tipping over. But it's also a lot lighter and smaller. I mean, we're comparing a tiny thing to the 118th. I get it. But it's, you know, it's right there on par with the SCX24 out of the box. I mean, it's where it's supposed to be, and quite frankly, it's very impressive considering, you know, the size of it. But let's get it on the bench real quick, and let's take a look at the under the hood. All right, so we are on the bench. I popped the top. So the unit itself, you can see there, got that little latch, I guess, if you will. And then you can see those two notches right there, right? Those notches snap onto the ends of those. And then underneath the bumper there, it's probably upside down for you guys, but right underneath that bumper, this right here is going to slide underneath there. So you slide that under first, and then you just snug it down, and then you basically just kind of pry the front end up to take it off. So honestly, it took me a minute to figure it out, but that's how you do it. All right, let's talk about flex. So you can see right there, there's the middle of the tire, and the bottom of the tire that's up in the air is, you know, right at or just above the middle of the tire where the tire wheel nut is. So that's what you want. So it's definitely got the flex. The unit itself, I mean, as you can see, pretty standard. I mean, it's a straight axle, 4-link. You got your on-off switch on the bottom, which is cool. No diff covers, so you're not going to be able to put any kind of, you know, diff covers on it. Motor is in sideways. You know, that's going to save room. There's your ESC. And the lipo, of course, is on the side. All right, so there's the front. We're going to zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see how the steering servos works. So kind of, it's a two-piece setup there. You got your steering link, and then I think they call that a panhard. I'm not 100% sure, could be wrong there, but tires are fine. I don't have any complaints on the tires. We'll take it out on the rocks tomorrow, see how it does, but I think it's going to be just fine. When you flip it over like so, it doesn't roll over on its side, but again, it's super lightweight. When you press on the tires, they do feel like they have foam in them. Very light foam, but I'm almost 100% sure they have foam in them. Because there's a big difference when you squish on the ones that don't have foam right now. The TRXs, although I do have foams I'm going to be putting in there. This is the TRX4 on the bench, torn apart. Imagine that, right? But nevertheless, let me do a little comparison on the body. I mean, that thing is tiny. All right, so we're gonna put the top back on. We'll talk about it a little bit more, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, put the top back on, and now I've got it sitting on top of the 1/18 TRX4 Bronco body. So let me show you guys something real quick here. All right, so got it on the shelf, and we've got it up here with a little bit of everything. So just for kind of size purposes, you got the TRX4 right there. Up here is your 18th scale, okay? /24 scale, and right behind it is the OG 24 scale from Axial. So it's a tiny one. All right, so my final thoughts on it. For $99, you're not gonna beat that. What I love about it is the fact that it's super portable, right? You can take this thing anywhere. You can take it to work, have a little fun on the on your desk. It rolls over the keyboard, and it does not affect the buttons. So you can roll it over your keyboard and don't have to worry about it pressing any buttons on the keyboard. It's that light. Just, man, this thing's cool. For $99, again, you need to go ahead and just pick up one. This would also make a cool gift if you know somebody that's a Bronco guy, Bronco gal. I mean, for 99 bucks, you're gonna really make their day. So I definitely recommend this thing. Ton of fun. I mean, yeah, it's tiny, and you got to pick your lines, but that's what makes it so much fun. You know, every rig doesn't have to be the most capable out of the box competition rock crawler, right? But this thing really impressed me, and for its size, it crawls extremely well. It really does. Pick one up, guys. You're not going to regret it. The gray, to me, I think looks awesome. If you want the old school look, you can get the blue one with the white wheels. And if you're not a fan of the Bronco, just wait another 3 to 4 weeks, and the Jeep Wrangler is going to come out. So, and it's going to be available in both green, lime green, and white. So, all right, well, guys, that's it. Just wanted to do a quick little video on this little bad boy. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and more importantly, subscribe. I am a new channel, so to speak. Haven't been putting out a lot of content. That's all going to change. Super quick. This is my, if you will, indoor studio. Okay. I do have one outside. That's going to be when I do my channel introduction here in the next couple of days. It's a pretty significant collection I have out there, and workbenches and whatnot. This is right here is just kind of my first one I had before I really got big into the hobby out in the shop. And also I use this for when it's super cold, because the shop is not heated or anything. It's just a metal building. But anyway, that's some future content for you coming up. And we've got all kinds of stuff. New Axial CJ7. This thing is sick. 4-wheel steer. We're gonna do a video on that. I got some new stuff. That thing right there is sick. Look at that color, crazy. But we're gonna do some videos of all of these rigs. These are all relatively new. So we'll have some killer videos coming up. So definitely make sure you subscribe. And tomorrow I am going to take it outside, and I'm going to introduce you guys to Creekside Crawl. And Creekside Crawl is directly behind my house in a creek, and I've kind of turned it into a little crawling paradise. So you're going to really enjoy that, and we're going to take this little bad boy out there and run some lines and see how it does compared to the other rigs. All right, guys. Well, again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one.